So hello guys, today we'll be explaining about how movement occurs in Godot. So I have created four nodes in here: main, player, ground, label. So main contains this all three nodes and is the parent of all these three nodes. So the player is a character body 2D which we control, and the ground is the space in which we can move, and the label displays the current state of our character body 2D, if you're jumping, if you're walking, and that things. Here I have created ground with mesh instance and collision shape, and for our player there is also mesh instance and collision shape. So let's see the script. So as I said, I have created a script. Let's see it line by line. So the first line extends character body 2D, which means we can get all the functions of the character body 2D class. The second line is constant speed equals 500. So what this line does is it creates a variable which we cannot change and sets it to 500 with the name of speed. This third line exactly does the same, but I create another variable called as jump velocity and set it to minus 400, because the y value in Godot is actually going opposite. So up means minus and down means 400. Down means plus positive. So the fourth line does imports the label thing, so we can control the label through our character body 2D script. The fifth line just creates a loop, the main loop of our game, and sets it to delta time. It means it will be same on all of the devices, may it be old or new. The sixth line, 6 to 9, it is about jumping. So the sixth line is about if the character body 2D is not on the floor, if not is on the floor. If it's not on the floor, then what happens? Then the velocity is added to get gravity. Velocity is added to gravity and multiplied with delta. So what happens is that the velocity, it increases the gravity, so as it falls down, the gravity increases, and we multiply it with delta so that the performance is same on every devices, as I said earlier. On the eighth line, it is written if input is action just pressed UI accept and is on the floor. It means that if I press UI accept, which is space bar, if I press it and the character body 2D is on the floor, then my velocity dot y, which is up and down, equals jump velocity, means minus 400, causing me to go up. So this part is just about jumping, and we have successfully cleared that. Now we can go to this part, which is about going left or right. So where direction, it means that we are creating a variable called direction. Input.getAxis UI left and UI right. When we press UI left, which is the left key on my keyboard, we get a value of -1. And when I press right on my keyboard, it gives a value of 1. If direction, this line is asking that if direction is not 0 and if it's 1 or -1, then what happens is that the 12th line is asking if direction is 1 or -1, which is our values that we got from this where direction. If it's not 0, then our velocity dot x equals the direction. So if you press left, then it's -1, and we multiply it by speed so that we can move like 1 into like the speed, which is 500 for our case. So we move like -500 and we go left 500 pixels. Yeah, and the same applies for right. The 15th line is else. It means that if this statement is not true, then this happens. This line of statement happens. So if the first case isn't true, then our velocity x will be. So if the first case isn't true, then by default our velocity dot x will be 0. And this line just tells Godot to slow down our player so that it does not go directly to 0 and take some time to slow down. And move and slide function allows the character body 2D to move. Yeah, this was the movement part which we have cleared. Now this is something extra, like a bonus thing. So line 19 is func update but label. This function just updates the label. So again, if it's not on the floor, then it means that we're in the air. So it can either mean that we're jumping or we're falling. So as I said, that minus means up and positive means down in Godot. So it is saying if our velocity dot y is less than 0, then we are jumping, and we go to the else block now. And if it's not the case, then we automatically know that we're falling down. So the label.text equals falling. It means it will set the label to falling. Now the line 25 is elif velocity.x is not equal to 0. In simple term, it's just saying that if we are moving, then the label.text will be set to you are running. Else if you're not moving, then label.text equals you're idle. It means not moving. So actually there was some error in my code, and the function of update label, it was never executed. So let's just execute it. Let's test it now. So as we can see, our code is working now. It means that if we are not moving, then we are idle. But if we're either going right or left, we are moving. So I just set it to running. And when we press our space bar, it causes us to jump. And when we are falling, the falling text appears. So that is what I've created. And if you want to learn more about Godot, please like and subscribe so I can create more videos like this. Thank you and have a great day ahead.